Come to Helmuth Ford, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shuttler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
The band Full Circle is coming to rock the Keswick Tavern this Saturday, May 31st from 8 to midnight. Full Circle is a professional five-piece band playing popular 100% danceable covers of classic rock, pop, and R&B from the 1970s through today. The Keswick Tavern is located at 117 South Irons in Keswick. So make plans this Saturday night to meet your friends at the Keswick Tavern for the band Full Circle. As always, there's no cover charge at the Keswick Tavern.
Southern Iowa, it's rodeo time. The 2025 Albia Chamber Main Street Rodeo returns Saturday, June 7th at the Monroe County Fairgrounds. Rogue Rodeo brings us 8 thrilling events, a bull ride showdown, comedy from Ronald Burton, and the dazzling Diamonds and Dust performance. Gates open at 5 p.m. for food, fun, and high-energy action await. Tickets on sale now at albiachambermainstreet.org. Adults $15 in advance, $20 at the gate. Kids only $10. Saddle up for a night of tradition and thrill. Don't miss it.
Jace Race 2025 is Saturday, June 7th at the North Mahaska Junior Senior High School in New Sharon. The 5K starts at 8 a.m., followed by the 1 mile fun run. To sign up, use the links on the North Mahaska Education Foundation's Facebook page. Pre-registration guarantees you a t-shirt, but you can also sign up the day of the race. There will be some giveaways and first place prizes. In memory of Jace Carrico, who passed in 2008, the Carrico family appreciates the community's support. Neil.
Hey man, what's up?
You want to do some radio?
Radio? I haven't been on the radio for a long time. But yeah, that'd be cool.
Cool.
Skunk River Radio. Let's get skunky.
Welcome back to the show.
Welcome back to the show.
And now, your hosts of the Card Subject to Change podcast, the For Frequency's Sake Tag Team Champions of the World, the Wizard CZ, and Never Wrong Nick Bull.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of the Card Subject to Change podcast, the podcast by the fan, for the fan. Of course, we're coming to you apart from our regular time, Sundays at 6:30. It is Memorial Day weekend. There was a lot of wrestling to process here. We want to thank you for joining us, whether it's live or whether you join us later on a rebroadcast. We appreciate you finding us. And we're glad you're here. We are the podcast by the fan, for the fan. We are powered by Lopez Pizza. We are built by Durham Remodeling, colored by Ryan Allison Tattoo. Of course, my name is Never Wrong Nick Bull. So glad that you found us. So glad you joined us. Hope your Memorial Day weekend is going great. Hope you're having a great time with family and friends. Hope everything is going well. It should be, because there was a lot of wrestling to watch. And I'd be remiss if I did not introduce to you my tag team partner. He is one half of the For Frequency's Sake Tag Team Champions. He is the one. He is the only. He's not Billy Gunn. He's not the one Billy Gunn. He's the Wizard CZ. Wiz, how you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. And if I'm not Billy Gunn, then you can't be Chuck Palumbo. I'm just throwing that out there. I know that's a dream of yours to be Chuck Palumbo.
Dude, so we can be Billy and I love that tag team. I love those guys pop, man. So
they did.
Talk about Chuck and Billy all day. But how's your weekend going? A lot of wrestling. And let's talk about what you did on Saturday. Before all this wrestling hubbub began, you took a little road trip up to the Great White North.
I did. It was I'm just gonna throw it out there. It's been a long weekend. Saturday started out. I left the house about 8:30 Saturday morning, headed up to Rochester, Minnesota for the Midwest All-Star Wrestling Show. More important than the show was the meet and greet ahead of time. Our good friend Crander Q over at the Friends of the Squared Circle podcast set up a vendor table for me, for us here at Card Subject to Change himself, and for Indie Talk with Jesse and Jaron. We shared a table, met some cool people. I got to reintroduce myself to Fred Ottman, Tugboat, Typhoon, the Shockmaster, the BADD, Big Steel Man. Very cool to see him again, and I hope he's not offended by my impression. Imitation is the highest form of flattery, after all.
Did you kiss the new Hall of Fame ring?
No, I did not kiss the Hall of Fame ring. Other notable names, I got to meet Tito Santana briefly. I got a picture with him. The Mountie was there. I did not stop and chat with the Mountie, but I did wait in line to talk with the other 2025 Hall of Fame inductee, Hall of Fame award winner, Lex Luger. Very cool, very down-to-earth guy, nice guy. Shook my hand. I said, I didn't talk about the Lex Express. I'll be honest. I thought.
Well, that was my next question. I was going to ask you, was the Lex Express there?
No, it was not there.
Okay.
But I did. I'm not going to lie. One of my favorite memories of Lex is when he won the WCW World Heavyweight Championship from Hulk Hogan, August of 1997. Brought it back to the WCW from the NWO, and I shook his hand. I said that was one of my favorite moments. He said, "Man, that's awesome. I appreciate that." So
that is cool.
We made some new friends, got some new followers on the Facebook page. If you're new to the Facebook page, thank you for following and liking. Thank you for tuning in. If you want to see our entire archive, you can go over to YouTube, find at CSTC Podcast over on YouTube. Catch up with our episodes that you may have missed. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I did not stay for the entire wrestling show, and part of me feels bad because I love watching indie wrestling. I love watching all wrestling, but being at an indie show, it just, after a 4.5 hour drive plus about 5 hours sitting out in the sun, 3 of which were during the meet and greet, 2 of which beforehand when we were getting set up. It was just a long day, and I crashed pretty hard at the hotel I was staying at. I'm not gonna lie.
I hear you, man. I hear you. But it sounds like a good time was had. You met some legends. You made some new friends, and of course, you were around other wrestling fans as well. This was all before Saturday night's main event. Of course, if you're here joining us for episode 195 of the Card Subject to Change podcast, we're going to try and break down Saturday night's main event, NXT Battleground, AEW Double or Nothing. We got a lot to get to. So you caught Saturday night's main event a little bit later due to you traveling for this wrestling show that you went to. I watched it live. And be honest with you, I really thought the first match popped with Braun Breaker and Seth, Sammy and CZ. Crowd was into all 4 guys when they came out. A great, fast, fun opener for a Saturday night's main event. And of course, the first issue of big news in the wrestling world this weekend is that Rollins, Heyman, and Breaker, this irresistible force has only gotten stronger now by the adding of a third member. And that third member introduced themselves at the end of that match.
Yes, in a big way, just plowing CM Punk through the barricade, distracting Sami Zayn and costing their team the win. And this is the last. I'll say this right now. This is the last time I'm going to do this, because now that he is with Seth Rollins and company, I don't think it's respectful for me to pronounce his name the way I'm going to. But joining the faction is Big Bronson Reed.
Yeah, that's probably not going to be announced that way anytime soon.
No. I don't know why it's stuck in my head, but Chelsea Green was announced that way, and Bronson Reed, Chelsea Green, very similar,
Sure.
Not in the name itself, but in the way it's in the pronunciation. And for some reason, I got it in my head that it'd be hilarious if he got announced like Chelsea Green at least once, but I digress. Not going to do that again. All the respect in the world for Bronson Reed, and welcome to the party, pal.
I'm glad he's back. I think a relatively, a shocking moment. People knew he was coming back, just not when. The last time we seen him, I believe, was at War Games?
Yes.
When he broke his ankle going off, or jumping off the cage and landing in the ring.
Table. Yeah.
So we hadn't seen him for quite a while. So him being back is great. We now see the Heyman Rollins Breaker triumvirate, come to 4 now. I've seen a meme right after it comparing them now to Evolution. They've got Heyman playing the Flair part, Triple H playing the Rollins part. Your Orton would be Braun Breaker, and then your Batista would be, of course, Bronson Reed. So I love that match. I thought it was a great way to start the show. And I honestly thought that match might have ended the show. But when it started I'm like, okay. And I love, if you're not first, you want to be last. They made a big impact. Great opening segment to Saturday night's main event. They got the ball rolling again, great. And they just picked up where they left off the last one. It was a good program.
Yes. Very, very good program. I enjoyed it. I watched the main event live. Because I was at the hotel at that point, but I caught the rest yesterday early afternoon. I think my favorite part about Saturday night's main event, though, has to be R-Truth. Has to be that new shirt. The Ron Cena shirt is just amazing, and I think everybody in the world needs that.
This match was what it was supposed to be. John Cena, in his attempt to ruin wrestling, is not going to dazzle the fans any more than he can. But when his biggest fan, R-Truth, comes out to Cena's music as well, wearing a Ron Cena shirt, I mean, it was a fun, yeah, it's serious. John Cena turned heel, and he's going to retire. He's threatening to retire with the championship. But here's where comedy in wrestling seeps in, and you can have the comedy in wrestling. And dude, that place popped when R-Truth came out to Cena. R-Truth was effectively John Cena that night, and he has always been committed to whatever he's done. I know I've talked about Chad Gable that way, but R-Truth should be mentioned in the same manner. As they just go completely in on whatever they're doing at that moment. And it made that match wasn't a great match by any means, but it was perfect for what it was for the cheating, John Cena who wants to ruin wrestling. That match was perfect. That's what it needed to be like. But those guys
needed to be, in my opinion.
Exactly. And those guys, R-Truth just nailed it. He absolutely nailed it. Doing the whole John Cena thing, and that moment in that match when Cena's holding the belt and he's going to come hit Ron Cena with it, and he gets rid of it, but then kicks Ron Cena low blow. And come on, can we stop having low blows in wrestling?
Yeah,
I've seen enough of them, and I'm talking to you, WWE. I give you guys a lot of credit on here, and I'm going to, but we got to stop with this low blow stuff, because we'll talk about it later, if not on this show on the Kickout. I mean, there's too many low blows recently. We got to get away from that trope.
Yeah, I don't disagree. We see it quite often, way too often for my taste. And once in a while, great. Treat it like you did the pile driver when Kevin Owens was hitting that after it hadn't been hit in years, and not every single time. Treat it as something that is revered and there to be like, holy shit.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. They need to reel that in a little bit. Otherwise, the only thing I could complain about on Saturday night's main event, the Zelina Vega Chelsea Green match was kind of meh. And then when you get Zelina Vega botching a 619 and breaking Chelsea Green's nose, that did not look good.
Yeah,